Hey guys, it's Manager Kylie, and in today's video I'm going to go over the rules of basketball. So today I'm going to go through some of the basic rules of basketball and how the game works. But if you're interested in more sports administration videos just like this, definitely hit the subscribe button, turn the bell so you get notified every time I upload. I post a new video every single Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So starting off for basketball, you have your two teams. These teams can be made up of players up to 15 total players, and the game is played 5-on-5. And these players are able to sub in and off the court as much as they like, just keeping a maximum of 5 players on the court at a time. The goal of the game is to score a basket on the other team's hoop. The game does start off with a tip-off, so this is when two players stand next to each other. They kind of jump up for the ball and tip it to one of their teammates. Then one team is going to have possession from that. Possessions are limited to, in college, they are 30 seconds. In professional, it's 24 seconds. They are limited to that amount of time for you to actually shoot the ball and put it onto the rim. The ball doesn't have to go in, but it does have to touch the rim to reset that clock. The baskets themselves are 10 feet off the ground, and the court is, for at least professionals, it's 94 by 50 feet. Sometimes in high school it can be a smaller size court. There's a few different ways that you can get the ball up the court. This can be done by dribbling the ball, so you can dribble the ball up the court, or you can be passing the ball up the court. And then once you get into the front court, your goal is to get that ball into the hoop. Outside the arc is 3 points, inside the arc is 2, and if you are able to get a free throw, that is 1 point. The goal of the opponent is to stop you from getting the ball into the hoop. There's a few different ways they can do this. They can either steal the ball, they can also try to block the shot, or grab a defensive rebound if you are unable to actually get the ball in the hoop, but you shoot it, but it doesn't go in. They are able to grab a defensive rebound. These games are played generally in quarters. The exception to this is the NCAA men's basketball. They play halves. So the NBA plays 4 12-minute quarters. NCAA men's basketball plays 2 20-minute halves. NCAA women's basketball plays 4 10-minute quarters, and at least the local high schools near me play 4 8-minute quarters. And your goal at the end of this time is to have the most points. If there is a tie at the end of regulation, you do go into overtime. That's just one time period of overtime, and if you have a winner after that, the game's over. If not, you do go into another overtime till you have a winner at the end of the set time. Now that's just some of the basics, but there are a lot more rules to basketball. These include violations and fouls. A simple violation is just stepping out of bounds or throwing the pass out of bounds that gives the ball to the other team. Another one could be shot clock violation. This is when the shot clock does run out and you're unable to make that shot. That gets the ball to the other team. Another is 3 seconds. There is the key, and you're not allowed to stand in that for more than 3 seconds on offense. Some that include holding the ball is traveling. You're not allowed to take multiple steps while holding the ball. And another is double dribbling. So if you either dribble the ball and pick it up and then dribble it again, that's double dribble. Or if you dribble the ball with 2 hands at once, that's also double dribble. If there's a kickball, that goes to the other team as well. Another one is goaltending. So if the ball is on a downward arc into the hoop, you cannot hit it. Or if the ball is near the rim, you're not allowed to jump up and hit it in. You have to wait till it's not inside the rim. And another violation is backcourt. So this is when your team has made it into the front court. Once you, as the offensive team, have made it into the front court, you cannot move back into the back court. You have to stay in that half of the court. And then there's a few different fouls. So there's personal fouls. So this is when one player gets into the zone of the other player. So this is usually some sort of contact. This can be shooting or on the ground. A lot of the times it's like a hand check. You're not supposed to be touching the player that has the ball. Another foul or violation you can get is a player control foul or a charging violation. This is when an offensive player actually commits the foul. This is when the offensive player with the ball generally goes up for a layup, but the defensive player stays planted. A lot of times this will be called a player control foul, and this just means the defensive player had the spot and the offensive player ran into them. Another foul is a flagrant foul. This is another physical contact foul, and this is when it's more of an excessive physical contact. And then a third type of foul is a technical foul. This a lot of times is usually verbal. If there's any verbal altercations or something like that, that can cause a technical foul. Now fouls do get you those free throws. There's usually 2 free throws if you're fouled in the act of shooting shooting. If you actually make that basket, then you only get 1. And if you are fouled in the act of shooting a 3-pointer, you do get 3 free throws. And there's also bonuses. Generally, if the other team hits 17 fouls, that gives you a 1-and-1 bonus. So if you make the first shot, you get a second shot. If not, it's just 1 shot. And then if you hit 10, you do get double bonus, which means you get to shoot 2 free throws. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is just some of the basic rules of basketball and how the game of basketball works. If you're interested in this for any other sport, definitely let me know in the comments down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did, and I will see you guys next Wednesday.